Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nenna, and today I am back with the Not So Berry challenge. Hi guys, we are back, and excuse me while I open up my bathrobe. It's suddenly really warm, and I'm not about to record the Not So Berry. Well, I'm sweating. Rosie is sleeping. It's a very thin sleeping bag. It's not super comfortable. She doesn't really sleep very well, but she still happily sleeps on it. I would sleep that happy too if I got some. Last night was such a freaking blur, and she honestly can't believe what has happened. Her and Guy had a little intimate moment. Let's just pretend it was on this sleeping bag instead of the bugged out bed, or the bugged out guy that was on the bugged out bed. Or it was only the guy that was bugged out. Or it's a mod that caused my game to bug out. There's so many things that could have happened, but in any case, that happened. And Rosé is having troubles falling asleep, kind of overthinking almost about the night and about everything that's happened. And I want to let you guys in on a little secret. So I have been planning for this moment to happen for quite a while now. And you guys might be like, okay, but they had a big falling out and whatever not. But they've always had this tension, and even if I didn't talk about it and I didn't really, show it, they had a lot of I'm trying not to get demonetized, so I'm not gonna say the word. Let's say, oh wait a minute, perfect, woohoo tension. There's a woohoo tension. That's ridiculous. So to prevent myself from getting flagged, let's keep it very family friendly. Pepper decided to, well, she didn't, and I said Pepper again, didn't I? Oh my god, I need to be cancelled. Rosie has done the dirty, and like I said, that woohoo tension had been there for freaking forever. And it might surprise you because it didn't look like there was, but they've always had this special connection, so to say. And it wasn't necessarily love at first sight, but there was something about him that Rosie couldn't really shake off. Like, no matter what she did, he was always on her mind. They bickered quite a lot, and every time, I swear, I keep thinking that, like, I might have watched a little bit too much anime, because I think it's a very anime thing. Imagine her to bicker and to be a bit rude to him, and him being a bit rude back perhaps, and this constant, I don't want you, go away. Then you get invited and you pretend like you didn't want to come, even though you did want to come, and you blame it on your person. And he did blame it on another person as well. Like, he had her come over, but then he pretended like it wasn't his idea, like it was his sister's idea or whatever. So that really does remind me a little of anime. I actually want her to have some good breakfast, so let's have some cereal. I think that's the best that we can do. And I think we're gonna go to the gym after that, because we haven't been there in a while, and we do need to kind of get you pimp some iron, as we say. That tension had been building up, and you guys remember when we were in college, and remember that guy invited her over, and he made the excuse that he was, taking pity on us, and he wanted to make sure that she wasn't lonely or she looked like she could use a friend. And Rosie at that moment was trying her hardest not to scream, because she was really happy and very appreciative of his gesture, but at the same time she just couldn't let herself show these emotions. And it's just weird, because she wants attention, she wants love, she wants affection, and for people to worship her. Basically, she wants Trevor. She wants a Trevor in her life. But when it comes down to it, when she finds someone that she genuinely likes, which was Guy, she genuinely loved and liked him so much. I think love is a bit too much, but she genuinely liked him so much, and she still does. And she became so distant and so disconnected from her feelings, almost like she was scared. Like, relationships are no joke, and feelings are no joke. And when you're used to feeling a certain way, I'm sure there are many anxieties there, right? That really didn't fill us up, but I'm hoping that if we go to the gym, that's gonna do something. So I'm gonna call, and actually we're not gonna call, we have a car, woo! So we're gonna go to the gym, and no, I don't think we're gonna take the dog. I haven't heard from Julie ever since we moved here. We haven't heard from Trevor and Guy's sister. We're at the gym. I've missed this place so much, and she's so freaking hungry. So I'm gonna get myself a crinkle cut chip. Sure thing. Hey guys, I'm talking about family friendly, right? And this guy's name is literally Guy Fingers. Like, I'm sorry. When I made this guy's name, I was like, I had the time of my life. I was like, oh my god, Guy, and he's a guy, and he's called Guy. So ha ha ha, so funny. Let me give him just a random name, just something that you're like, who has that for a last name? And then I realized recently during a cast, Guy Fingers does not sound good. Okay, so I apologize. Oh my god, it's Kari. I haven't seen you in like forever, and she ignores me. I love that. She must be busy doing something. I think Kari is the manager of. I think she became the manager of the pharmacy near her house. So that's a fun fact. Alright, so everything is better here than it is at home. Oh, I still love this place so much. I need to give other lots makeovers because this gives me pure joy, and it really does give me pure joy. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I want to go and maybe punch a bit, throw some fists around, and really did you have to do that? Release some. I kind of want to avoid Kari because if Kari saw us, she's probably going to tell Pepper that she's seen us and probably that we look different, or she hardly recognized me, which I want to avoid if possible. There's a drink machine here. You know what? There is. You know what? I love it when I do things. I love it when I make lots and then I don't see them and I come back to them and I still love them. Also, in the last episode, we had about 70,000 simoleons. This is the money that, I used the money to get a vacation home for Rosie. And like I said, you guys, she had a want to do that. She had a want to buy a vacation home. So what I did was give her a vacation home, but she bought it. So it went, like we completed her want, but in storyline, like for storyline purposes, Pepper actually bought a vacation house for her. So we're gonna go with that story because it would make no sense that Rosie can't afford a house but she can buy a vacation home. Like, really. So we got a beach house now, which I think is gonna be so much fun. I want to go there eventually. I'm not sure when. Maybe when we want to get away. So Rosie is still really loving the fact that she doesn't have anywhere to go. She doesn't have anything to do, but she does lack a little bit of purpose, and she's feeling that. The routine in school was quite nice, and before that she had Pepper to kind of keep her mind going and her body and everything, I suppose. Ooh, she wants to woohoo with 3 different Sims and make out with 5. She's living the best life. I'm thinking that I want to give her a job, but she hasn't rolled a 1 for 1 yet, so I want to wait until she dies and just get her the job that she rolls a 1 for. She has to go into politics eventually, but the thing is, I don't necessarily want her to go there right away. I don't want her to get that job right away. Like, we don't need to. We don't have any rush. We're not in any rush. In any case, I'm not in a rush. I would love for us to just take our time and kind of, not everyone knows what they want to be and end up having the job right away. And I think she's still very focused on having boyfriends and relationships and finding the love that she's searching for and the happiness in herself. I do want to give her another makeover. You guys are gonna call me crazy. I want to give her more plastic surgery, but I think what I want to do, it'd be fun if we, for example, let's say we keep this 10,000 that we have, right? Let's say that that's what we, like, when we went to college, we did earn some money. So let's say that's all the money we earned during our college stay, right? So that means we have about 10K to renovate the house, but we can also spend that on plastic surgery, right? Or clothing or other irresponsible things. But it's up to Rosie to decide, is she going to spend that on something mature, so to say, or is she going to waste that money on looks and vanity? We're still in the gym, so well, in the gym, but we still go to the gym quite often, so obviously we still care a lot about our appearance, but can you blame us? We're literally obsessed with it. Like, we've had such a traumatic experience in high school that And even in college, like college wasn't the most fun. I'm so happy that she got out of there because oh my god, it feels so much better just knowing that she's out of there. She's able to make hopefully make some friends. Oh my god, it's May. This is Hilly's mother, by the way. Like I just don't even. Okay, so I want to have, let's eat a snack and let's try to stay away from anyone. I don't really want anyone to see her or to just I just don't. I don't want anyone to tell Pepper. I want her. I mean, no. Oh my god. Oh, no. You don't. You know. Okay. All right. Okay. So she understood the assignment. She's leaving. Perfect. The only thing that could ruin things is if Pepper actually showed up herself. But do you think Pepper's gonna show up? I don't actually think so. So we are taking a shower. I guess everything here is a lot better than back at home, but can't blame us. Like, the place is kind of like nasty. Okay. So I've been thinking about the Trevor and Guy situation, and like I said, her and Guy have this kind of special thing that's been going on behind your backs, and it was something I kept to myself because I didn't just want to spoil everything and be like, yeah, this is like the man of her dreams or whatever. But I don't know if it's going to work though. That's the thing. I can sit here and be like, oh, I want them to get together, but I don't even know if it's gonna work. Like, sure, they're engaged right now, but are they actually gonna get to the point where Rosie does want to marry? I mean, she's still gonna have to leave him at the altar, but getting to that stage also requires a little bit of something. But I'm willing to try it just because I really like the sim. And you guys are gonna have to excuse me. There are some changes, some makeovers I want to give to other sims, but all I did was quickly move them in because I don't really have the time for to really go and dive deep into these sims, unfortunately. But I promise once I'm back, I'm gonna do exactly that. Did we delete a window? Oh no, maybe we did. I forgot to take this away. It doesn't matter. Like, that's what I'm gonna do once I'm back. I'm going to renovate some other lots and just, it's gonna look good, I promise. And the Sims are gonna have more of a backstory and maybe a nicer house, I'm not sure, but either way, that's for another time. So as Rosie is getting a glass of water, just getting ready to do maybe another workout or kind of look at herself, she notices a familiar face just tropping along on the treadmill. I was like, what is this contraption? Apparently Trevor is here. Rosie is again very surprised to see him and kind of asks him what he's doing here, and Trevor acts really surprised. Oh, you here too, Rosie? I didn't see you there. I was working out. Yeah, I can see that. Weren't you? Oh my god, he fell on his face. You're an embarrassment. Oh, so we're just showing off now, is that it? I thought you didn't like exercise. Well, I never really said that, Trevor says. I only said that I love eating and staying in shape, but just because I love eating doesn't mean I don't like working out. I actually love working out. Rosie has to admit that she is a little sorry for judging him too quickly and maybe a little too harsh. She had her opinion ready before she even had a chance to really find out why he's here. Oh my god, he just decides to kiss her just like that. Rosie is kind of overwhelmed. What's the word? Like, she's overrumpled. What's that word? She doesn't really know how to react because she did kind of sleep with his brother and she likes his brother a lot more, but then she does like Trevor as in friends right now, but there is a little something in him that only she sees and that she thinks is cute. We are very hungry, so I'm gonna have her eat a chocolate cluster. Let's just have him get a cola or something. Don't you think it's too much of a coincidence that Trevor was here? Now, Rosie doesn't seek anything behind it, but it was very coincidental that Trevor just happened to go exercise on the same day that Rosie decided to go, especially since she hadn't been going for a while now, and well, Trevor never really expressed that he liked to work out before, not until today. But she's also quite happy because she does like Trevor, and they have a lot in common, and now they also have working out in common, so not only can they eat good food together, they can have fun together, they can talk together, but they can also work out together, which she really likes. And I think this is going to form a bit of a natural bond because he is trying to force his way into her life. And I'm not going to, tell you what and how because I do tend to spoil a little bit too much at times. It really helps them to connect without me having to force them. With you and my brother. And Rosie can't really make herself, she can really make herself tell him the truth. I don't want any of your love. Oh my god, he wants to marry her? Oh, lordy lordy. We want to make out with 5K. Okay, why don't you want to? No, she got rejected. I'm so sorry, Rosie didn't mean to do that. She is cheating, right? She's not really being very loyal. But two things, right? First and foremost, she's not necessarily tied to anything or anyone. Mostly anyone, but she's not tied to anything either. Second of all, she doesn't have to pick someone right away. She can just have fun and kind of flirt around. And she doesn't really think that Guy was being serious about his proposal. She just thinks he was making a joke, and the joke just happened to be, well, very elaborate. It helps with her having to woohoo and have all these loves, because I don't want it to be a serial romancer per se, like as in I want her to be a nasty person that just sleeps with everyone. But if she doesn't have any real ties, then I guess it's not really cheating, if that makes sense. And second of all, when she woke up this morning, Guy had left without a warning and she just can't reach him, which makes her feel really insecure. It's not like she regrets it, like that's definitely not it. It's not like she hates him or she regrets what's happened. She does still have fond memories of the night, but it's more so that she's disappointed that he's left her and that he's not willing to stay until the morning and talk about it. Trevor's going to try and make another move, and Rosie doesn't necessarily want to sleep with this guy. Okay, hear me out again. True, she finds him cute, but I don't think per se there is as much lovey-dovey feelings as there is with Guy, which means that she has to make a choice. But he definitely wants to woohoo with her, and I think like storyline wise, for the challenge, this will be perfect. It will be perfect to woohoo with him, and she does want it, right? So I'm just like thinking, does she really want this, or is she trying to forget about how she feels or how Guy made her feel? So how about we go with that part? How about we go with that story? She's trying to forget how last night made her feel by doing the same thing but with the different guy. The only thing that's different is that her feelings aren't as genuine as with Guy. Trevor is a nice dude so far that we know, and is conveniently always around and sharing the hobbies. I wonder what he did with the bra and the panties, to be fair. Like, what did he do? What did he do with them? What did he do with them? Maybe he wears them when he's home. Like, when he's home alone, he wears them. Or maybe he puts them under his jacket when he goes to work. I really don't know. There's not as much deep feelings as, as she has for Guy, and maybe it's a little sneaky, but I think she is. What if she's thinking about Guy while she's kissing? Like, she's kissing Trevor. I don't think Trevor is a bad looking guy. I think he's looking like he's really cute. Don't get me wrong. That was awkward. You guys don't want to woo? Oh, Rosie's getting out. But you don't. You get it. No, you don't. You get back in. Get back in there. I didn't do all of this talking with my mouth for you to... Rosie, you little... Now I forgot what I was talking about. Rosie, this is all your fault. Alright, so that woohoo is done. I kind of want to take a picture. Is there a picture setting on my recording? There must be a movie capture frame, right? Okay, there is, but how do I take a picture? Let me think about that. Execute single screenshot. I realized I hadn't really made an ending to this episode, so I guess I should finish my story, shouldn't I? My game crashed, which is no surprise. Too much CC. Too much. And I have a bunch of new ones, so whatevs. It wouldn't be my let's play if something didn't go wrong. So actually, Rosie really wants to. Oh, this is perfect. I was going to talk about some of Rosie's stuff, but she really wants to buy a double bed. We don't really have the space for it, so why don't we just purchase one and then we'll one day just. Do you think that works? Maybe it does. And then eventually we'll just find a place for it. Oh, that's nice. Like a little queen bed. Oh, I think she wanted to buy a couch. So why don't we do that as well? Like instead of spending all of our money, why don't we get... Oh, I got this cool couch. I almost forgot about that. This is supposed to look like it's been outside for such a long time and grass has kind of taken over. Nature has taken over, I should say. And I just think it's really cool. So what do we have? Like... Oh, wait. Can we put it here? Oh, there's not much space. If we put it here, well, we can still enter from this path, I guess. I'll keep it here. I'll find a better place for it later, but we need a mirror. I'm sorry, but Rosie cannot look at herself without a mirror. Once again, I'm not being too particular with the colors and the styles, but I'll make sure to do that off screen just to save myself a little bit of time. As I was saying, Rosie is a bit of a complicated character because certain things I want to justify, but I can't. How does she go from wanting a boyfriend to wanting everyone to be her boyfriend? I say that wrong. How did she go from just wanting a boyfriend to wanting to be the most desirable woman in the country, in the world? And then when she had that attention, she still longed for, a boyfriend. And then she had the chance to just have one boyfriend, but she still ended up, technically so-called seeing both the brothers at the moment. So it's like, do you want it or do you not want it? I think like a real relationship just comes too close to her and it frightens her, which is why she's a serial romancer, not because she genuinely just doesn't care. She does want to get married eventually, but it's like right now, it's just really scary to imagine herself ever getting married. Oh, and Trevor went home, by the way. Like they finished everything at the gym and they ended up going home. In case you were wondering where he was, we didn't eat him, okay? He's still here. So I think it's easier to just have a bunch of guys that don't really mean a lot to you, but it can give you attention because it does feel like you're being loved and loved on, and you're experiencing what you think is love, or at least the love that you are missing, that you want to get, you want to receive. You're smothered in this kind of love, the kind of love that your parents didn't really give you. I don't think if she I don't think if she continues like this, she'll ever have a real proper relationship, or she can have a real proper relationship, but she needs to overcome her fear of getting, letting people in and people getting too close to her, and as well as she needs to, be committed. That's like for damn sure. You have to be committed. I think all that plays a big part in why she does what she's doing, or why she wants to do more of what she's doing. I want to eventually give her the family-orientated aspiration as well. And I wanted her to be a serial romancer because it felt like it was the right thing to do. It matched the whole challenge. It was in the rules, I think, as well. But I do want to add a secondary one, and when she's ready to be fully committed, we're definitely going to add that, and maybe then she can have that kid that she wants, or get married and actually be happy about it, because right now she isn't. But the confusing part is that, okay, she does like Guy and she does like Trevor, but Guy has always been a bit distant and she keeps being distant from him. She might be pushing him away, he might be pushing her away, but it's really hard to really understand what kind of relationship they have right now because they've never really allowed themselves to really experience anything, at least not to the extent of relationships. I think Trevor is very good at, don't want to spoil it, let me not spoil it. Oh, you're sitting on the nice couch. Trevor is another character that I can see with Rosie. Okay, I'm definitely having a bit of a CC bug somewhere, so I'm gonna have to go through my CC and eventually just fix that. It seems to happen when we're sitting. Oh no, okay. I think my game is going to crash really soon. Wonderful, I have faulty CC. This is really what I wanted. But I think that her and Guy and her and Trevor are just so two different, like polar opposite romantic interest, relationship, potential husbands or boyfriends or whatever. All right, let me not touch her because when I touch her, she does like weird things. Oh, and just to finish my thought that I had earlier with Trevor, and then I'm gonna end things here. Trevor is obviously a very nice guy, but the thing that puts her off is his shape. Now, this is not to be fat phobic or anything, but it is from this perspective. Rosé has been in that position, maybe not that big, but she has been in that position, and she wanted nothing more than to become popular and be like everyone else, everyone who wasn't like her size, and it wasn't ugly like her. So obviously she doesn't have a positive emotion towards a person with that body, and he might be very positive and really happy in himself. I'm trying to finish this before the game crashes. He might be really happy and positive and blah blah blah, happy, good for him, but Rosé is embarrassed to be seen with him, which is just not a good thing, and wouldn't want to have him as her boyfriend. But there's something about him that she just cannot resist, and he's just being super nice. All of this is just really confusing for her because she has these conflicting feelings and thoughts and emotions. So that is just one of the reasons that I don't really want her to be with him, because he's comfortable being the way that he is, but Rosé despises being that size, and she can't be with someone that is that size. She can't. She has, even though he goes to the gym, which is good, relationship wise, she could never date a guy like that. Don't take it personal, bigger boys, but Rosé has issues, and sorry, but her body comes first, and her fame comes first, and her love and looks, that was the word I'm looking for. Looks come first, vanity first over boys anytime. And if the guy doesn't look good, like, guy looks good, but if the guy doesn't look good, then she can't have a relationship with him. She just can't. Though she did woohoo with him, I don't necessarily think that was love. I think that was desperation. And I think sometimes she does things out of desperation or to cover up her feelings. That woohoo wasn't relationship potential. That wasn't an I want to be your girlfriend kind of woohoo, or I want to be your wife woohoo. That was a I'm desperate for love and affection woohoo, so I'm just going to get you and get my doses of that. Let me get me some. But when she's with a guy, like, completely opposite. Anyway, I'm gonna end. I just wanted to throw that in because I wanted to make up for the fact that I didn't finish my sentence earlier. I'm gonna end things here. I had to pause it because I know this happened before and my game crashed literally the second she started like spinning around and doing weird flips. And then I think in the other part, when Guy was over, he had the exact same thing happening. So I'm gonna have to go and look through my mods, but don't have the time for that. Either way, thank you all so much for watching this channel. Let me know, are you guys team Guy or team Trevor? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.